So I'm at Home Depot here in Richmond. Just wanted to make a YouTube video. I'm in their kitchen area. See the beautiful the cabinets, right? And
So September 2nd is 50, right?
the tap, right? It's the new style now too. Okay, there's like a cutting board, okay, or a board just for like setting up your uh, prepping up your food, right? If you look over here, okay, you see how beautiful the hardware is, okay, on the tap, nice gold color, right? Look at that, this is some sort of marble, right? Top, okay. Notice how when they cut it, right, it goes around the exact edge, okay, of the sink that's in here, right? And I remember there was another professional, he was doing these countertops, and they miscalculated cutting the marble, okay? And there was, more of an overhang over the sink, maybe about as much as 1 inch, right? And she was very specific, okay? She said, I'm very picky, I want, a lot of times the work done perfectly, right? You have to remember these customers are paying what? Over $10,000 for their, their kitchen to be remodeled, right? So, you have to, do a good job, right? And, he didn't do a good job. I think he was even on the job site. It was his workers doing it. They miscalculated when they were cutting the marble, and something was off. And he was trying to downplay the mistake, and then she was kind of upset by the workmanship, okay? In the end, okay, he gave in to her demands and redone it for her, okay? Remember, you have to rip out this entire countertop, okay? I remember working around a marble countertop. Had to replace the window. I think the customer told me it was $6,000 for the marble countertop. I told them not to put it in before I installed the window, and they didn't listen to me. They put it in, but lucky I didn't damage it. Okay, but to think back now, okay, at that job, okay, it was when I was with another, medium-sized vinyl window company. It was probably better I didn't do the job, because you have to remember, if I chipped that marble, okay, and imagine how angry they would be, okay? They would call back to the office and say, hey, your service guy chipped the marble, or he scratched the marble, okay? Now, I have, caused a serious problem to my company, right? I took a chance, okay? I made a mistake, and, the boss, can either fire me or, can't deduct it from my pay. But, I would have probably said, I told them not to put the countertop in before I installed the window, right? And they didn't listen to me. So that's all I could say, right? But, sometimes I take chances, okay? And I didn't I didn't mess up on the job. Okay, kitchen pricing guide. Okay, there's a price right there, $7,332. I'm pretty sure that's the price for all the all the cabinets, the hardware. Okay, this cutting board in the center. Okay, still a fair bit of money, right? But look at the workmanship. Okay, it's beautiful. Okay. It's really nice workmanship. The cabinets, everything. You got good hinges. Okay, hinges are very important too. I replaced some of these hinges for some of my customers in the past. Okay, I forget the name of them. I think they're called Blum hinges or something like that. But they're very good hinges. Okay. Notice how I shut the door too. Okay, it shuts. Quietly. Okay, like not like older hinges where it just bangs after you close it, right? It's got a nice you know, bevel edge up at the top, okay? You know, it's got these, you know, nice, you know, bevel along here, okay? And the cabinet doors here, okay? You know, it's very nice workmanship, okay? Like a lot of, put it this way, a lot of hours goes into making these cabinet doors. And you got expensive looking hardware too, okay? Like when I pull it in, you know, look how smooth it is. It's riding on a very good rail system, okay? And then it closes, you know, it slows down a bit. And it kind of like has, kind of like a slow catch. And then it closes for the last, you know, 2 inches or so. It closes very softly, okay? That's just the different technology in the hinges now compared to 20 years ago or 30 years ago, right? So I'm looking inside here. Okay. This, you know, this drawer, you know, it slides out so smooth. It's got a very nice rail system in the back there, okay? You know, you can tell it's very built to quality, okay? And you're gonna have to pay for that, okay? When, you know, it comes time to, you know, if you want this cabinet, okay? You have to pay for the workmanship. You're not gonna get it for, you know, that cheap of a price, right? See, notice how it slowed down there? I'll show you again. Okay, I'm gonna close it. See how it, the last couple of inches, it just slows down and just gently closes, okay? It's got that special feature to the hinge. You know, customers who, okay, well, you know, they want, you know, this sort of workmanship for, you know, maybe, you know, really low price, right? You know, you just have to tell them, no, you're not going to get this for, you know, for a really, you know, cheap price. You know, you're basically paying for what you're basically paying for, you know, what you're getting, okay? And it's a skill too to put in these hinges too, or these cabinets, okay? To install the hardware, okay? Sometimes too, you know, you maybe need, I don't know, half a year or even, you know, a full year or 2 years experience installing these full time, okay, before you can get really good at it, okay? But a lot of guys, they don't have that sort of experience, right? Because even when I was working in the vinyl window industry, okay, you have to remember I had 2 years experience already, full time, okay? A lot of guys, you know, just don't have that sort of experience. When I go off to, well, to go work for other vinyl window companies, you know, some of them, okay, they wanted to pay me minimum wage for the work. I said no. You know, you're paying for what you're getting too, okay? You know, you have somebody who has like, you know, 2 years experience, okay? You know, you have to pay me accordingly to, you know, my experience too, okay? You have to remember I had my own truck, had my own tools, okay? I know what I was doing, okay? A lot of times when I had to go do, well, service calls, you know, it was the manager, okay, that I was dealing with. And, you know, he asked me, okay, well, how long is this, and this gonna take, Rick? And I would just tell him, and then he goes, okay, well, go ahead and do it, right? But, yeah, I think that company, well, I guess it's dumb sometimes, because sometimes they make the decision at the top, okay, with the owner and the manager, you know. I'll hire somebody with minimum wage, and we'll just pay him less, right? Sure, he doesn't have any experience, but he can learn as it goes along, okay? If he demands a raise after, I don't know, a year or 2 years, okay, we'll just get rid of him, get another guy in there for minimum wage again. But yeah, that's stupid, because you never hold on to anybody for, you know, too long, right? Because, you know, they can go work somewhere else, you know, for minimum wage at a lot of other places, okay? And they don't have to do the dangerous work. They don't even have to, you know, break their back doing it sometimes too, right? Okay. But guys that have the experience, okay, you know, sometimes, well, they're still learning, okay? They're still building up their skill level, okay? They're learning how to do other stuff, okay? And, you know, after a while, okay, maybe after, I don't know, 20 years or so, you know, you can call yourself a handyman. Not only are you doing, well, this specialty skill that you're good at, but you're able to do a lot of other stuff as well. Everything from electrical to plumbing, to tiling, okay?